Well, hey, in this episode, I'm going to be reviewing the RODECaster Pro. All right, well, hey, thanks for joining me on this episode, and I can't wait to jump into my review on the RODECaster Pro. But before I do that, make sure, if you've not done so yet, make sure that you subscribe to my channel here, and make sure you leave a comment below, especially if you are interested in or have already used the RODECaster Pro. I love to hear from you. All right, so what I'm excited about is actually, as I'm recording this video, I'm using the RODECaster Pro right now to capture all the audio. Now, first off, I'm not a power user. I'm not a power user when it comes to being an audio engineer with lots of soundboards. And this device here is absolutely a game changer, especially the way that I use it for podcasting, for YouTube videos, for leadership content, to have audio from other videos that I'm doing. It is an amazing board. So right out of the gate, I want to tell you, I absolutely love this device right here. And I want to jump into just a few of the features, because if you're like me, when I was thinking about how do I incorporate the camera, the sound, the lights, how do I incorporate everything that if I wanted to do something solo, I could do it. And if I wanted to have the team around me for the podcasting and video recording, that we could actually have some fun and record some high quality audio as well as high quality video. And so I did a bunch of reviews on this, decided to take a chance. It was $599, and I do not regret any of it at this point right now. I've had it for just over a week now. It's been an amazing tool. Let me jump into a couple of the features that I personally love that maybe you're wondering about. So first off, as I'm recording this microphone directly into the board. Let me first talk about the back of the board. So back here, you got 4 microphone inputs, which is awesome. 4 headphones, you got your left and right, you got your power adapter in the back here, but you also have an SD card. Now, when I first got this board, it gave an update. There's firmware that updates, which is amazing. When I got it, it updated and actually added a whole lot of new features. One of the new features is about the SD card. If you look on the screen here, you can see the SD card here. You can see this big red button where I'm recording it. It's actually recording right now directly to the SD card. But one of the updates that I love is that when I hook up my laptop with the USB connector back here, there's a USB port back here, and I connect it and I open up the RODECaster Pro app, I can actually drag the podcast or the audio recordings directly from here directly to the computer, meaning I don't have to take out the SD card if I don't want to take it out. It also records in multi-track, which is also amazing. So if I have multiple people on a podcast, I can record all of them on a different track. If I want to do anything in post-editing with something like Audacity, then you can actually do that and do it fairly easily. Right now, though, the way I have it set up is I'm going directly out of here into an iRig into a Mevo, which I use for live streaming. So that's kind of the setup I have here. So I love that feature back there. Let me talk about the microphone channels real quickly. So I'm in channel 1 right now. So all I got to do is push 1. Opens up a nice screen. This display, first of all, is amazing. I can tap on the microphone. It has a bunch of built-in microphones for Rode. I'm using a dynamic mic. It also has levels. I can change my levels here. Phantom power if you're using a different kind of microphone. My voice, the tone. If I have a deeper tone, I can click that. You can actually hear the subtle changes. So I'm going to keep talking while I'm pushing it. So we got that. We got the medium. If my voice tone was high, you can hear how it changes it just slightly, but just enough. And also the strength. If I have a soft voice, it's going to give me a little bit extra. Medium voice is what I have it set on. Or if I have a really strong voice, it's going to knock me down a little bit, which is also an amazing feature. But one of the great features on this is under the advanced setting. You have a great display of your advanced setting processing. Right now, I have all of it on except for the noise gate. I don't like the noise gate, and I'm going to hit the noise gate on for a second. So you could tell right there, you could hear it drop immediately as soon as I turn it on. Now, noise gate works really well. The problem with this one, you can't tweak it at all. So at times, if you're not careful, it could completely cut out the beginning of your words. So if it drops right in there, did it right there, you may be able to hear right there. But let me turn off all processing. One switch, I can turn it all off. And now you can hear. It's a lot lower. You know, all the processing's turned off. I turn on the processing, and you can really get that crisp podcasting kind of radio voice that you're looking for. Once again, that's easy settings, and each channel has that. So if I go to channel 2, it changes the color, channel 3, channel 4, each one individually. So when I do podcasting in here, we do it live, and I have an audio engineer that sits over here, and I have an executive assistant over here who controls the video part of it, and we can control each every voice is different, and so you can control it, which is very, very awesome. Okay, one of the other features I love on here is simply over here on the right side of the board, I have my headphone settings, but also here's the master out. Now, typically, if I would turn this, it would really distort what's happening out here. You can actually bypass that now, which is an amazing feature. Bypass it, meaning that whatever line setting I have here is exactly what's being sent to whatever capture device inside the board to the USB, but also, as I said, I'm running it to the Mevo, and so you can actually hear it on there. And if I raise this up, it's going to raise. If I lower it, it's going to lower it all the way down, and it's whatever's being sent out. So that's another great feature. Two more quick features I love about this board. One, over here to the right, there are 8 colored pads. You actually have 16 options. So you have 2 different paths you can go. Now, what these are for audio. So if you want to add audio clips, it comes with 8 preset clips. Here's one of the preset ones right here. All right, it's a preset one it comes with, pretty good. It lights up. You can see it up here on the screen. It shows you how long that clip is. It turns red, so you can actually see what that looks like, which is an amazing feature. And once again, you totally control it over here with this button here. So I turn that off. You can add songs to it. You can add things to it. So there's a John Maxwell event that we're hosting October the 11th, and it's a live simulcast. By the way, if you're in the Raleigh-Durham Triangle area, I want to invite you to it. I'll put a link below. But here's one thing here. I added this. So you can tell.
What I'm talking about
here we go.
Having the willingness, the ability to make positive changes in your life.
All right, so there you go. Once again, what I like about it too, here's the music I had for my podcast. You can tell that this here, the color of the icon on your screen matches the color over here. So if I do this one here, this is one of the built-in ones. So if you wanted your own round of applause there, you can do that. Shows you the timer, down it goes. And here's another one here, right? You can add things to it. It just shows you what you have. It changes the color. There's some good crickets there, in case you're boring. But it shows the icon there, so that's what I love about it. One more big feature that I want to show you, and of course, like any other board, you got your mutes down here, so I could unmute there. It's very simple. You can solo things, so in case you wanted to hear just that channel, you can solo it as well. One more great feature are these 3 channels here. This is the USB. This is to hardwire a phone in, or you can Bluetooth it in. So I'm connected to Bluetooth. It's lit blue. I'm connected here, and this is a great way to make phone calls. So when we do our podcast, if we want to call in a guest instead of have them here in the room, we can do that. And I want to let you hear the quality of this, so I'm just going to call somebody. I've already told them I was going to call them. So I'm going to turn this up here, and you should be able to, all right, it's dial in right now. You can see here on the phone, I'll show you. It's got the RODECaster Pro. It's identified. You can hear it ringing.
This is Dan Swikala.
Hey, Daniel Swikala. This is Andy George. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good today. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So listen, I've got you recording you right now on the RODECaster Pro using the Bluetooth from my phone connected to you. I told you I was going to give you a call for the purpose of giving a review of the board for people who might be interested. So the first question I have for you is, how does my voice sound to you?
It sounds like you're calling me on a phone. We're just having a conversation to each other. It sounds clear, crisp. I can hear you fine, so it's just a normal phone call.
Excellent. And on our end, you know, it sounds like you're on the phone, which personally for podcasting, if you're calling somebody in, I kind of like that feel when you know that they're on the phone. One of the features I actually love is that whatever I'm sending out of the board, Daniel can also hear. So if I wanted him to hear a clip, so I'm going to play a clip right now. Once again, I'll just pick this one here. So this is just some music that I added on here. Can you hear that, Daniel?
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Sounds like just a nice music playing.
Yeah. It sounds like good music playing. But if I, you know, if I want to play a clip of something and have you weigh in on it, then you'd be able to hear it. It's so whatever is being sent out of the board, it's being sent right into the phone for Daniel as well. So that's kind of a cool feature as well. So Daniel, thanks for picking up the phone. Really appreciate your input.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. You have a great day.
All right, thank you. See you later, sir.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so there you go. So once again, just a real quick review. If you are looking into doing podcasting or capturing audio for any kind of video purposes, I highly, highly recommend the RODECaster Pro. Not only is it user-friendly for people like me who didn't go to school for this kind of stuff, I don't do audio mixing on a regular basis. It makes it so incredibly easy to do. And honestly, it's kind of fun to do that. So we've been doing it on a few of our podcasts in the last week or two. I'm using it to mix the audio for the video you're watching right now, and it's all running through this board. So highly recommend it. So if you're in the market for it, make sure you at least check into the RODECaster Pro. If you have any questions about it, you can put the questions below. I will get back to you very quickly on it. Or if you have any comments about this device that you've used, love to hear the feedback as well. So I'm going to kind of sign off using the RODECaster Pro. So once again, thank you for spending time with me. As always, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Leave your comments below. Thanks for joining me, and we'll catch you on the next video.